Hey y'all, how you doing? Happy Saturday. I had to think about what day it was. Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm getting it together. I promise I'll do better as time progresses. This is my third time doing this. Let me see. Oh, let's just remove this one. Hold on one second. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna pick another destination. Okay, so I'm live on both of my personal Facebook. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live on my Facebook alternate channel. So hold on, let me get it together because I didn't. I had to get my lips on. Hang on. Hey y'all, what's going on? If there's anybody out there, hello, how you doing? Okay. Okay, I guess I can begin. I am Shellie B. I am a conservative Black sister surviving in a hot mess world. These are my adventures and just, my regular everyday life and the things that I experience and the things that I enjoy and the things that I don't like. And I talk about politics. I talk about a whole plethora of things. Today, I thought I'd talk about friends because I've been through a lot over the last so many years. I'll say since COVID pandemic to now, I've been through a lot, and I would not have been able to get through it without my friends, and I wouldn't have had some of the hardship I had without some foes and enemies. So I just want to talk about the differences between friends, foes, and enemies because there are great differences between the two. I mean, between the three, and I'm a person that likes to look up simple words because I feel like a lot of people don't realize the meanings of them. And they're confused sometimes as what a friend is, what a foe is, and what an enemy is. I also was confused about that. Um, Let me see. I'm sorry. People are talking to me on the side here. I'm new to this streaming platform, and I'm new to live streaming. Period. I'm trying to get more proficient with the live streaming because I can't stand editing, even though I can do it. It's very annoying, and I just rather just say what I have to say and get off of here. I hope you all are doing really great, and I'm just getting started here. So, if you wouldn't mind, please just like, share, and subscribe. The usual. You know what they say. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, all that stuff. Come on. I'm trying to get it together. It should be fun though. I do a lot of things and I like to have fun, and I love people, and people that know me know that I am like a people person, and I like to interact with people that I meet. People always tell me that, I talk too much and I talk to too many people and I probably shouldn't do that. People always tell me, you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't say this, and you shouldn't say that. And I just, I can't, I'm not that person. So thus here I am because, sometimes I get tired of talking to people online through typing. I don't really communicate too well with the people in my inbox, even though there's lots of people up in there. I just prefer to interact with people directly just so I can fill out their vibes a little bit, and so they can get a better insight into how I am as a person. And what better way to do this than live stream? So shout out to all my friends that suggested that I do this. It took me many years to decide to do this. A lot of the reason why I didn't want to do it is because I work in the film industry, and we've all been very conditioned to be afraid in my industry of like speaking your mind, or just anything at all that you don't want to stand up for anything because you're afraid of not working. It's just a small network of people. Hey Denise, how you doing? My childhood friend, I love her, a great supporter and definitely a friend on Facebook. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. I see you. So so I love this. Is the live stream is fun because I get to see people in real time. And over the years, especially on Facebook, I have developed a lot of friends on there that have transferred really well into the real world. Now, Denise is a childhood friend from growing up in Ardmore. Shout out to Ardmore, Pennsylvania. I love y'all, and I have much love for y'all, and I would love to see y'all here. And many big props to my people there. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Oh my God. Yes, there are not many of Denise is always there. She always has my back. And I can't wait to see you, girl, in real time. You know what I'm saying? The next time I'm out there, I will surely reach out to you because you have been a supporter always, and I love you dearly. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it real quick because I felt like this was so important. And I was talking to one of my childhood friends, and Denise, you probably know Carrie. So yeah, so me and him been friends since I was like a teenager, and he was suggesting that the life that I've lived, like I really should like share some of my experiences, some of the things that I've achieved, and just advice and help as a single mother, and just a whole plethora of things that he pointed out to me that people may be interested in. And it just made me really think, yes, girl, I'm gonna come, Denise, I'm gonna come. So yes, I definitely was feeling what he was telling me as far as like, I can be very political sometimes, and I always am going to be, because politics means everything to me, because that is like the root of our survival on this planet. It doesn't look like it's looking too good for us, but I'll get into that another time. But yes, he was saying that like to talk about people, about my opinions about things like this, and friends are everything to me. I don't feel that I have that many friends that I really consider that I trust and stuff like that. But like I was saying before, over the years on Facebook, because I think many of us have been on here for like 12 plus years, that I have developed relationships with a lot of the people on Facebook. And I kind of neglected it for many years. And then I came back to it during the pandemic when Instagram deleted my profile, and I just got disgruntled with Instagram. And that's why I don't live stream to it. And I just, I kind of discounted them. I still use it, but I'm not that slap happy about them after how they treated me. That being said, I really wanted to really interact more with the people on Facebook, because I feel like those are people that are actually a 6 degrees of separation of people that I actually know. And I just got lots of love and support from the people here. So shout out to everybody on Facebook that has been following me and, supporting me. I get so much love from the people on Facebook, and I definitely consider you guys my friends. So that is what I wanted to talk about. And I looked up the definition of friend, because I just really feel like people are always confused by the simplest words in our vocabulary. And like people have all these made up ideas in their mind about certain words and what they think they mean. So I have like huge dictionaries at home. I have all kinds of books about words and how to put words together and stuff like that. And I just really like words, especially the simple words that we use all the time, like a word like friend. So I'm going to read you this definition of friend and see, what the real definition of friend is by definition in like Webster's or whatever. So what does it say here? Let me see. Okay, a friend. Let's turn it this way because I'm blind, and then I have to put my glasses on, and I ain't trying to do all that. Okay, a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. Okay, a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. Okay. Typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. So that goes back to saying that with your kids, you're not friends. You know what I mean? And it says that by definition. Usually, like it's saying, your friend is just mutual like and affection for each other, minus the sex, and that's important to add sex into it because that clouds everything. To me, a friend is somebody that is not sexual, that is not your family, because that is just a whole different dynamic in itself. Some people are friends first before they have sex, or they are not friends at all before they have sex. That just gets all complicated, and that's probably a discussion for another time. But I definitely feel that when we really look at friends, we don't really have that many friends that we consider people that we have affection for. Like, I feel like a lot of the people that we encounter are just acquaintances and stuff like that. And do you really like them? And do they really like you? And if you knew them in real life or you interacted with them, you might not really like them anymore. You know what they say, familiarity breeds contempt. And I have found that some people that I thought were my friend, when I actually got to spend time with them and really talk with them and interact with them, I didn't like them too much anymore. And they probably didn't like me too much anymore. So were we friends? No, we were not. But more than friends, I would really like to look at foes and enemies, because I feel like people understand what a friend is, because it's very kind of cut and dry. Let me just see if there's any other definitions for friend before we move on past this. And it also talks about in the social media aspect, how many people friends on social media. So they also use that as a definition of friends. A member of a religious society or friends, as relates to like Quakers. So those are other definitions, but we're just going to stick with the most common one of people that you interact with and just having a mutual like for them. But what was really interesting to me is when I looked up foes and enemies, I really kind of thought that foes and enemies were one and the same, but they're really, really different. So check this out. Now, this was really fascinating to me because I really did not realize this. And I feel like we all have more foes than enemies, because check out this definition right here. Okay. A foe is an enemy or an opponent, okay, that join forces against a common foe, okay? Let me see. Hold on, because there was another definition down here that I wanted to read. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let me see. I'm opening up the wrong definition. Well, I remember what it says. The difference between a foe and an enemy is a foe is a person that acts like your friend, but really they're not your friend. They're a hater. And they will conspire with other people to try to bring you down. A foe is so different than an enemy. I respect the enemy, because the definition of an enemy is just a straight up hater. Let's look up enemy real quick so we can have a full scope of this. Let me see. Define enemy. Because see, I like to look these up and tell y'all, because that way you don't think I'm just making up shit. So an enemy is a person who is actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. And then it gives you other definitions. A hostile nation or its armed forces or citizens, especially in time of war. A thing that harms or weakens something else. But we're going to stick to the friend part of it, where a person is actively opposed or hostile to someone. So I can respect the enemy, because the enemy, that they don't like you, they don't fuck with you, But what was interesting with the foe is really an enemy, but they pretend to be your friend just so they can get close to you and try to fuck you up. That's the difference between a foe and an enemy. So this brings us back to friends, okay? You have to look at your friends and make sure that they are not a foe, because your enemies are obvious. They are very obvious. And I find that many of us have a lot of foes, and your foes could be your family. I feel like you have a lot of foes in your family, because your family will go and commiserate with other family members to try to make you look bad to the rest of the family and stuff. That's a foe. If your coworker at work, you think that they cool with you, but then you find out that they talking about you behind your back, or they trying to sabotage you with your boss. That's a foe. And I feel like in my industry of entertainment, there are lots of foes. There are lots of foes, and you work with them every day, and they act like they're your friend, but they're not, and they're trying to replace you, or they're trying to, commiserate with the other workers to make them not like you or whatever. I've been through a lot with foes in my industry, and I also have to say that I had a lot of real friends. Yes, Denise says I categorize real family, loyal friends, true enemies, or distant associates now. I have to add a foe. Yes, girl. No, I had to think about them foes, girl, because I realized I had a lot of foes. I didn't realize that. And it's really hard to determine a foe because the whole point of the foe is that they're acting like they're your friend. They're acting like they're your friend. They're acting like they're with you, and you have your guard down and you let them know everything, and then they might go and tell somebody else to try to mess you up. Like it's real shit. It's very scary, foes. They are very scary. And it really gets hard to have discernment when it comes to your friends because a foe can really act like your best friend. We all know about foes. People have had foes, that your best friend sleep with your man or whatever, or your best friend at work, tries to take your job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a fine line between friends and foes, and I just really thought that was very fascinating, and like I would love to hear what people think about this. And I feel like in life that we really only have a few friends. I feel like there's only a handful of people, maybe not a handful, but a majority of the people that we come across are foes. I'm just going to say that majority of the people that we come across as foes are foes. So I just want to warn y'all and just have y'all really have discernment. I teach my son discernment, and I teach my son to really trust his instincts about people, because we've all done this. You meet somebody and your spirit is telling you, I don't know, I'm not really sure about this person, but then you still go ahead with it anyway, and it turns out to be a disaster because that person was actually a foe. You know what I mean? So we've all done it. Your spirit is going to warn you first before you get entangled with somebody as a warning, and you get like red flags, but we ignore them. And we don't listen to them, or we think that we can change the person, or that we're reading it wrong, and they're so nice to me and look at all these things they've done for me and everything. But really at the end of the day, they're really only there to take your place. They smile in your face all the time, they want to take your place. Those people, the backstabbers, that's foes. And I don't like foes. I don't really like them, and they're hard to pick out. So I just want you guys to just take some time, evaluate the people in your life, because that's what I've done. And I have really purged a lot of foes. And as I really paid attention to certain people, I really realized that, damn, like you evil as hell. Like you don't even like me. Like you're a hater, and like you're really trying to sabotage me, and I'm talking about people that I've known for 20 years and stuff like that. Some family members that I don't fuck with no more because I saw that they really were foes. I mean, foes are horrifying. They're really, if you really think about that, can you imagine having somebody so close into your circle that really is not checking for you and really don't like you and really trying to destroy you? And foes also can cause a lot of problems with your real friends because they're in the mix, and they're just always trying to throw themselves somewhere to cause a conflict. So I just made this video because I just really wanted, I really love my friends, and I really want y'all to just take the time and have discernment and get rid of the foes in your life. Enemies can stay. I don't mind an enemy. I appreciate the enemy, and I respect the enemy for saying that bitch Shellie, I can't stand her, and they don't even fuck with me. They don't talk to me. They don't fuck with me. I respect an enemy. You stay over there, I'll stay over here. I'm good. But that foe, they're going to be your right-hand man, and they're going to be with you through everything, and you're going to turn on everything, and they're going to use it against you to try to destroy you or to try to discredit you and stuff like that. I have come across so many foes in my industry over COVID. People that I really thought were my friends, even people that I consider my family, really stabbed me in the back over COVID. Even some family members stabbed me in the back over COVID. And even till just this moment did I really realize that they were actually foes. And you're gonna see once you get rid of them foes in your life and you like make like a bubble and you block it and you rebuke these people, you're gonna see that you're gonna elevate and everything is gonna be different for you. It's like they drain your energy and whatnot, you know. Just check it. From now on, just really check it and just really have discernment. And the people that you question and you had them red flags for, just watch them. Because a foe is always gonna, your spirit is always gonna vex with a foe. But you're gonna discount it and think like, oh, I overreacted, or oh, they really didn't do anything wrong. That's your spirit warning you that this person ain't right. You know what I mean? So now I've realized, like, when somebody vexing my spirit, I don't give a damn. I'm done. I'm done, and that's it. So yeah. So I don't like to keep these little ones, you know, too long, you know, because I like to get to the point with stuff like this. Because I know that people have a short attention span. My political videos on Rumble are much longer because I can speak more freely, and I'm still learning how to work Rumble still. I just got it. And I do like it because it's a free speech platform. So I do enjoy it for that. And you can say whatever you want on that, because YouTube really, really censors. And I don't like YouTube for that. But I have a lot of friends on there. And Facebook, I've never really gone live on Facebook, but I have watched, I've seen some of the most craziest shit on Facebook Live that is unbelievable. I mean, I've seen people get shot. I've seen a lady get decapitated. I've seen like 2 men have sex with animals. I've seen a lady get buried alive, all on Facebook over the years. But Facebook censors you if you talk about anything against this government and stuff like that. So here goes my political side coming through or whatever, but I just had to throw that out there because Facebook, I feel, is a foe, and YouTube is a foe, and you know what I'm saying? But we got to use these, you know, because these are the platforms that we're given, you know what I'm saying? But like places like Rumble, I think is cool, but I don't know how long they're going to last. So yeah, so I'm going to leave you guys with this. Discernment. Let's look up discernment before we go, because discernment is going to help you with your friends, your foes, and your enemies. Let's look this up, because I made my son learn this word. I made him learn how to spell it, and we talk about it all the time, because a lot of people do not understand what discernment is. But I'm going to read it to you because it's going to save your life if you know about discernment. Okay. Discernment is the ability to judge well. That means that you can look at a situation and say, okay, I don't need to do that. I don't need to participate in that because that's going to get me fucked up. That's discernment. Let's see what else discernment. This is in a Christian context. Perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual guidance and understanding without providing for a time of healing or just, let me read this again because this is something I don't understand what this is saying. Let's start all over again. Perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual guidance and understanding. Without providing for a time of healing and discernment, there will be no hope of living through this present moment without a shattering of our common life. So in a Christian sense, or I feel like any religious or spiritual sense, discernment is always the same. They say Christian, but I feel like every religion is all about discernment. Any spirituality is about discernment. Tina McFeely, oh my gosh, this is my homegirl from cosmetology school. Hi Tina, on Facebook. How you doing? Oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh, girl, this was my homegirl. And let me tell you, I lived with Tina one time when I got kicked out of my mother's house, and then I had a stalker boyfriend. She was a G because she let me come live with her, and I had this crazy guy stalking me. Tina, I love you. It's so good to see you. I gotta have like I think I want to have like a party one day or plan a vacation where I can like get back with all my old friends. Oh, Tina, it's so nice for you to come through. That's why I love Facebook, because Facebook, the people on Facebook are more people that I actually know, and people that like I said, are 6 degrees of separation. All right, real quick, let me just tell y'all more about discernment, because this is going to save your life, okay? So discernment, like I was saying, even in any context, whether it's spirituality, religion, any of the religions talk about discernment. That is, whether you believe in ancestors, instinct, any of those things, that's discernment. When you get that feeling of like, oh my God, I knew I shouldn't have did that because I felt it. I knew, that's discernment. That's discernment after the fact. That's discernment after the fact. Because had you listened to that warning, you wouldn't have got fucked up. So discernment is very important in identifying foes and friends, because your spirit will tell you too, that person is good. Listen to what they're saying. They're telling you the right thing. You know what I mean? Discernment is so important in all aspects of your life. And after all I've been through over the last few years, I've really gotten a lot better at discernment and understanding when my spirit was vexed or when somebody really was right for me. Because like you'll feel it. You have to pay attention to the feeling. That's all I can say is a feeling. And when you have it, y'all know it. Everybody experiences this of when you meet somebody and you're like, I don't know what it is about that person, but they just rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know what it is, but I'm not really feeling them. That's discernment. Or when you're saying like for me doing these lives for years, something kept telling me, broadcast, go on live, make some kind of videos, do some type of public thing, or not necessarily your music or nothing, but just like talk to more people, do seminars. It was just always on me to do it. And I finally did it, and that was discernment, because it was just a feeling that I had that just would not go away, of something right to do. When you're doing something wrong, your spirit's going to tell you, stop that. Like I smoked weed for like 20 years and I stopped recently because I just got tired of it. And I see, all of the things, the chemicals and stuff they put in the weed is not the same as it was. And I will make a video about that too, about how I stopped it and like the mentality that I had to adopt to stop. And I will never pick it up again because it doesn't serve me and it's not helping me, and I feel so much better health wise and stuff. And it was so hard to stop doing it, and discernment is telling me, if you keep doing it, you're gonna die. You're gonna cancer, bitch, and you're gonna be fucked up. That's what my discernment is telling me about smoking and not taking care of my health. So you guys, thank you so much, Sikander. I don't have my glasses on. Let me show you what I look like with my glasses on. Let me see what your name is, honey. Let me see. Sikander Hyatt, thank you so much for you guys are lovely. This is why I like doing this, because you guys give me the love and it makes me feel like I should keep going. Because most of the time I'm like, I'm not getting up. I don't feel like doing it because I put my makeup on, you know what I mean? I put my little eye lines on and whatnot. They look good though. I'm pretty good. But I don't feel like doing all of that. But I gotta look right on here. You gotta put the effort in and whatnot. So, sometimes I don't want to come on. My friends I have other friends that do this work too, and they tell me to come on every day or come in at the same time every day. I'm never doing that. I'm too spontaneous of a person. I don't sleep at night most of the time. I'm up all night. I've always kind of been like that. And so like I get up in the middle of the night and I have like all these epiphanies and I'm up all night and I'm like a thinker throughout the night for some reason. Then I'll sleep in the daytime. Or I'll just be tired all day if I have to work. But yeah, you guys just watch out for them foes. And really think about what I said about discernment, because it really helped me a lot. And when I tell you, my life has changed. And when I tell you the stress level has just gone, I don't feel stressed about nothing. Like no matter how bad, and I say bad because we think a lot of the times when things don't go our way, that is bad, but really it's just a lesson. It's a lesson that you're learning, and it's like school. It's like having a baby. It's like you're going to go through a lot of pain to have like a great gift in the end, is what I've learned through discernment. Discernment has taught me that the things that I go through are not to destroy me and make me terrible, but it makes me stronger. And I really have to say that I really did get strong over the last 4 years, because I was angry at a lot of the things that happened to me, but as it progressed and I seen that things were better, than they were before. Like, I am in a much better place than I was at the start of COVID. I went through a lot of things. It made me mentally strong. It made me physically strong because during the time during the time everybody was crazy and they were talking about, like, you're a killer, you're a murderer, and I'm gonna, you need to die, and I hope you die. And so I started getting scared. So me and my son, we took Muay Thai and boxing classes because I wanted to learn how to defend myself. Because I was like, people out here talking about, I'm a murderer and they want to kill me and they hope I die. I might have to beat somebody's ass. I just felt, discernment was like, you better learn how to fight. And I did. And it gave me more confidence. And it's almost like it gives you an aura of like, people just don't even want no smoke. Like I said, I've really learned, people call it instincts. I call it discernment. I call it ancestors a lot of time because I really do believe my ancestors are watching me and are guiding me and giving me instructions and stuff like that. And I do feel a lot of your discernment, people will say, oh, you must be crazy. But no, I actually really do hear the warning. I actually really do hear the advice. I actually do feel the comfort of like, it's going to be okay. Like, you're almost there. Like right now in my life, I feel like, I'm broke as hell because of the strike. Everybody's broke. Everybody out here acting like they all good and everything is great for them. Everybody's fucked up. By now, everybody's unemployment done run out and everybody's broke. And I know y'all asses broke. And everybody in my industry live beyond their means and they think they're fabulous and they overlive and they overspend. And everybody's broke. I already know it. They're full of shit if they're telling you that everything is all good. A few people might be all good, especially like if they're married and they have their spouses have other incomes and stuff like that, or maybe they own properties. A few people are doing good, but from what I know and the people that I speak to all the time about this, everybody's struggling and everybody's really, really concerned about their future. And I just want to let y'all know, if you just be positive and have discernment and listen to what people say, your spirit guide, your ancestors, your conscience, all it, whatever you call it, listen to that because it's going to guide you and it's going to tell you what to do. And just follow it. Just follow the instructions. I tell you, you will feel much better and you will come up with new ideas. Like, stop holding on to something that is not sustaining you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know the rope is about to break, you better learn how to swim. You better let that rope go and swim to safety or whatever. You can't keep holding on to something that, I was the one that said that this strike probably would go on forever. Nobody believed me, but I just felt it. Why? Because of discernment. Discernment. And I lost a lot of foes. I'm not even gonna call them friends. I lost a lot of foes in my life because discernment was telling me that these people are not really for you and they're stressing you out, and get rid of these motherfuckers. And I did do that. And I implore y'all to do that too. And you will see that everything will change, because when you have that negativity in your cipher and too close to you, it can affect the outcome of things that the universe has for you. And I would definitely tell you to really pay attention to the people that you have around you. And another thing that somebody pointed out to me and that I read, and I was just talking about it with my really good friend today that's been a rider for me through all this time. And she said, and we were talking about, friends and, people that were not who we thought they were and how hurtful it could be. And we both came to the decision of like, I don't want anybody around me that's not talking about getting money, that's not a comfort to me, that is not a person to tell me you can do it, go ahead, how can I help you? I love y'all, the people, my friends that offer me that. I had another friend the other day was like, and this friend always checks on me all the time. I don't say their names, time I want to blow them up, but always checks on me, always asks me if I'm okay, do you want to talk, whatever. And I'm kind of like a loner in that way. I'm a Capricorn, but a textbook Capricorn, and I very am much a loner, but I'm not afraid to ask for help. And when I need it, I do ask, but I just try to like, I pick my battles and I pick the favors I ask of my friends like very wisely, because I love and appreciate them for even offering those things, and it means everything to me. And it's like gold, and it's like a, I guess, a savings account in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But and a lot of times I don't even take it, but it just makes me feel so full and just so loved when people do that for me. And those are the kind of friends you want, because a foe is going to tell you, and I've had people tell me this, you're never going to work. Oh, that's stupid. You can't, don't talk about that. Or, you can tell the foe in hindsight. As I've grown on this journey, I really have been able to identify a foe. Another thing that helped me identify foes is how they make me feel. Like, you ever been around somebody and they act like they're your friend, but y'all argue, it's like you disagree on everything, you're so like not even like-minded on anything, and you're just like they debating you all the time, and when you get off the phone with them you feel vexed, or you might even cry. I have a friend that every time I would talk to them, I would come off the phone like my heart would be racing and I would feel like I'm gonna cry, like they just drained all my energy and they made me feel so bad, and like, it's like such a conflict. That's a foe. And I just decided in life. Oh, hi, Kevin Lassen. How you doing, my friend? Yes, got to stay positive. Got to stay positive. And I just decided to cut those people off. Some of them are family. Some of them are colleagues and coworkers and stuff like that. There's some people that I worked with that I will never work with ever again. I wouldn't care if I was destitute. I would not work with them, because my peace of mind is just so much better now without them. And I would never go back to that um, type of situation. There are certain family members, love you, but I don't want to be with you. I love you from over there. You stay over there and I'll stay over here, because they vex your spirit. That's how you can tell a foe. It's a physical response that your spirit's gonna have, because it's warning you, run, bitch. This person is like toxic, and we've all felt it. So discernment. And that being said, that kind of is like my lesson for today. I really feel like my spirit just tells me to come on here and just try to tell people things to uplift them, to make them stronger, to make them cope. My main thing really is to help people cope, because I have seen a lot of people over COVID, like, really get depressed, suicides, people become really bad, addicted to drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And I was able to do the opposite. Just because of the way I was touched, be it the spirit, the ancestors, God, whatever you want to call it, that's what happened to me. And I am grateful for the journey that I was on. I'm grateful for all of the people that that helped me. And I'm looking at the people in my comments and it makes me smile. Yes, I'm trying to educate, because I was educated, and I really wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through, because it really was a journey. And I'm still on the journey, like I said, like my finances have been a mess, and I'm still mad about my money. I'm really mad about my money and what I went through. I felt like was no reason for what myself and many others of us went through in this industry. It was just uncalled for. And now today, everybody realizes how stupid it was that, we were all taken through this bullshit for no reason. And a lot of people, their finances were destroyed. And a lot of people, killed themselves over it or got into a really dark place because of it. I never really got that into a dark place, but I was really, really mad. I was really, really angry. And, there's some people that I'm not going to say I wouldn't forgive them. I guess I forgive them because I know they're stupid and they're ignorant, and some of them got played, and then some of them are just the devil and they're just stupid. But I just would never have anything to do with these people again. I would never allow them back into my cipher and things like that. I wish you well. I hope you sleep well at night. I know I surely do. And all the best to you, But I just want to surround myself with positive people. And I look at a lot of the friends that I have on social media, and they were very much a big part of me getting through what I went through, because in the times when I was like feeling like super alienated and like alone, they let me know that I wasn't alone. And a lot of people um that took the shots were actually with me in my decision not to, and they supported me, and they were really helpful to me in a lot of ways, and I would have never got through it without them. So I say all that to say that when it comes to friends, I feel like I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends, but I still feel like I had more foes. I still feel like I had more foes. And that's why they say in life, your friends and the people that love you are really important, more than anything, more than money or anything. Because with all that I've gone through, I feel like I'm like happier than ever. Like, it messed up my finances, and still like we struggle a lot, and it's like every day it's like some other financial catastrophe. But all in all, I just feel like I'm happy. I'm fit. I ride my bike every day. I'm so grateful for like everything I have. One of the biggest prayers that I had prayed for is that I could get out of New York, and that happened for me. I still don't understand how that happened, but I used my discernment, and I just did all of the things that my spirit was telling me to do. Even at times I didn't understand, and I was really scared of like what is going to happen. Like, I kind of feel like that now, but so much time has gone by, and I've seen that the positive outlook on life really helped me a lot. So I just want y'all to stay positive. And I'm really talking to my colleagues, because I know that everybody's going through it. And one of my good friends always say, when I was at my angriest, she used to be like, "It's not just you, Shellie. It's not just you. It's everybody. It's millions of people going through it." And my discernment told me that that was true. And I really tried to, focus on that it's not just me. And now I really do try to reach out to people and just try to give them help. Like, coworkers, colleagues, whatever, they contact me, for help, advice, to vent. I've listened to some people for hours venting, even people that I don't know that's not in my industry, that I've met online or different situations, call me. And, I'm always willing to listen, because I appreciated it when people did it for me. And like, I'm here for y'all, just like y'all been here for me. And I just want everybody to know that this strike, I just do not think that it's going to end no time soon. I feel like they threw the writers a bone, and just to, but I just don't see it working out soon. And I really wish, and I'm going to say this in almost every video that I make, no matter what it's about, but like, I really wish that the people in my industry, and people that are not in this industry, you could get at me too, because I really feel like we can create something. Like, I'm always saying, like, let's form Voltron. Like, we can all create something together that is ours, that nobody can take away and tell us when we can work it or whatever. And just because you're not in the entertainment industry doesn't mean that you can't do it. It doesn't mean that you can't learn to make a movie or make a TV show or write a script or whatever. Like, we know how to do it. We know how to do it, and we know how to teach other people how to do it. And I feel like if we pull together and really be in solidarity, like they keep saying, in solidarity, I want to slap somebody every time somebody says in solidarity, because we're not in solidarity. We are the most divided group of people I ever work with. But I wish that we could get in solidarity and really work together and like make our own stuff. Make our own indie stuff, because as I watch TV and I watch Netflix and stuff like that, I've been watching a lot of foreign films and a lot of stuff that's not even from this country. And I feel like it looks very bleak for us in America if we don't get it together. And a lot of these shows are probably just going to go to another country and be made. And I really wish that we could all become friends, not foes, not enemies, and be friends and work together to try to create something. I'm looking I'm looking here, and a lot of people that I know, they know how to make a we know how to make a movie. We got all the shit to do it with. I know people that have cameras. I know people that have all the makeup, all the props, whatever. Kevin Lasson, we can do it, but we just too divided, or we're too much thinking. We're our own foe to ourselves with the way we think and the way that we feel that we can't achieve things. Like me, I never wanted to do streaming because I was like, ain't nobody gonna watch that shit and whatever. And my friends just keep saying, just keep going forward. That's a friend that's telling you, just keep going, don't give up, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to, that's my main goal of getting on here, is trying to pull people together to do something. Let's do something. Let's create something. Um, and the only way we can do that is by being in solidarity and talking with each other and pulling together. Hi, let me see. You said Sikander. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, we're like-minded. That's my main thing that I always say, that one of my mentors told me, you're looking for like-minded people. You are not looking for the people that you have to try too hard to convince. And it's so true. He's like, you're a fisher of men. When you're trying to find a person to do something, either that person with you right away or not, phone back. Don't waste your time, because it's a waste of time. Just keep fishing. Keep fishing, keep talking to people, and you're gonna find that person. And he said, you might ask, the first person you ask might do it. You might have to ask a million people, but somebody's gonna do it eventually. It's only if you give up is how it doesn't get done. So every time I come on, I'm always going to just throw that out there of, like, trying to build Voltron and just trying to build a network of people that want to do shit. I don't want people that have that mentality of, like, oh, when is the strike going to be over? Oh, let me sit here and wait forever. Oh, let me wish on a star and everything. No. Nope. Because it's been 4 years for me almost. And I know for a lot of you, it's been several months. You know what I mean? So I know what phase y'all in, because I've been there before. So I know how scary it is and how stressful it is, and how, like, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's like your career is just stopped. Somebody took your shit away from you. You understand? And you're like, you feel like there's nothing that you can do. But there is something that you can do. You can think positively, and you can draw to you the life that you deserve to have. Unless you feel like you deserve to suffer, keep on suffering. Because me, I don't feel I deserve to suffer, and I ain't suffering. I ain't suffering. I don't care how broke I get, I still ain't suffering, because that's all in the mind. And another thing that I would have to throw out there for y'all too is that, and this is one of the most profound things that anybody ever told me, that it takes your imagination to look at the past. It takes your imagination to look at the future. The only thing that is a reality for a human being is the moment. So the only true thing that's happening to you is right now in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tomorrow, I owed $20,000 in back rent. If I would have thought every day I'm gonna be on the street, oh, I probably would have been. But I was like, fuck that. I ain't suffering. And this shit is gonna work out for me. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I know it's gonna work out for me. It worked out so good for me that I got out of New York with no money. That shit to me still is unbelievable. But you have spiritual powers, or you have power to draw things out of the universe to you, but you don't believe it. You think that some outside entity is going to bring you something, and it's not. And you're never going to get it if you don't believe that you can draw it. So I really just want y'all to just not think about tomorrow. Like, I have so many hardships and so much stuff. I'm a single parent. I have so much bills and hardships, and all my cards are maxed out, everything. I don't think about that. Right now, I'm thinking about what I'm doing right now, When I get off this live, I'm probably watch a movie with my son, and I'm gonna focus my attention to that. When it comes time to look at bills, I focus my attention to that, and I guarantee you, I look at my bills like once a week because this shit does not bring me joy. And if I ain't got no money, what the fuck am I thinking about it all the time for? You'll get it when I get it, and fuck off. Let the chips fall where they may. Is how I handle, financial hardship. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I still, and you're gonna get creative at doing things that don't cost any money. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna really find the joy of your life. I guarantee y'all, if you stay in the moment. Stop thinking about what's wrong and focus on what is right. Look at the people around you and see who the friends are and try to pull them together. And if your friends are offering you help, take it. They're friends. That's what they're there for. And get rid of them foes. Get rid of the foes in your mind and know that you can reinvent yourself. I always say reinvent, circumvent. Reinvent, circumvent, circumvent. Find your way around the problem. Because let me tell you something. I ain't going nowhere. I just got to New Jersey. I like it here. And I don't have no money to pay for none of the shit I got. But I just know it's going to work out. It's going to work out. I'm not worried about it. In this moment, I'm happy. I'm on Facebook talking to my friends. I came on here. I thought I would talk for 20 minutes. Well, I almost talked for an hour, and it doesn't even feel like I talked for an hour because I'm sharing with people, something that means something to me and something that's on my spirit to tell y'all just to make you feel at ease. Enjoy the moment. Whoever you're with, give them 100% of your time. Like, don't be thinking about, oh, my job, I miss my job. Y'all lie because y'all complain so much about being on set. Oh, the hour's so long. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired of getting up early in the morning. Oh, I never see my kids. Oh, my husband's about to divorce me because I'm never home. This is what I hear all the time. Now that y'all out of work, y'all all distraught. So that's bullshit. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time off with your family and make the most of the time that you have with them. I can't tell you how much more and better. Me and my son always had a good relationship, but I just feel like it's just more loving. It's more, we talk more. My son always be like, Mom, let's just talk. And we just ride in the car and we talk, put the windows down and the roof down and turn the music up real loud. And we just ride in or we talk or we go sit and talk. We went camping. We didn't use our phones and we just talked. Just really make time for the people you love. Like, you have the time. You have time. And you're wasting it worrying about tomorrow. And tomorrow's not even here. And what I find is that most of the stuff that you fear, and COVID was fully based on this. Most of the stuff that you fear is not happening. You're making that shit up in your mind. You understand? It's in your mind. It's not happening. It hasn't happened. You're just making up some shit in your mind that you think is going to happen. In the moment that you're in, you're perfectly fine. You're perfectly fine. I would say thinking of the future is worse than even being in the past to me, because you really can manifest bad things that happen to you by worrying about the future so much. You know what I mean? Because what you think you want for the future, something else better could happen if you mind your business and stay in the moment. Because I found that if I just let go and stay in the moment, that the outcome was 100 times better than what I could ever imagine. Because in my mind, in the beginning, I was like, I just want my job. I just want to work. I just want to go back to work. I just want people to stop discriminating against me. I want to go back to work. That's all I was thinking of. But when I stopped thinking of that, then the universe just started sending me the people and just sending me just amazing things that I just would have never fathomed in a million years. Like, I really was listening to all those foes that were telling me, you're never going to work. You're never going to be able to travel. You're going to get sick. You're going to die. Like, people really told me I was going to die. And I'm like, oh my God, am I going to die? Like, you know what I'm saying? So over time, I realized that does not serve me. And any friends that you have that are foes that are telling you that you can't do something, that you really believe in and that you really have a strong conviction for, that's a foe. That is, even like I say, a foe is just worse, 100 times worse than an enemy, because you know who your enemies are, and you probably don't have that many enemies, but foes, I feel like we have endless amounts of foes. And just watch out for them motherfuckers, boy, because they'll really have you messed up. You know, they'll plant seeds in your mind. They will just disturb everything you are doing. They will keep you from enjoying your moment, that you're in. You don't want to be in the moment with somebody that's a hater, or somebody, who said, Dame Dash said, "Don't interrupt me while I'm dreaming," with some bullshit. It's the truth. If somebody's dreaming, and you have a person that comes and say, "Oh, that's not going to work," or "That's too hard," or that's going to cost a lot of money," or whatever. Somebody told me, "Oh, I have a script," and they go, "Oh, that's going to cost a lot of money." You think I don't know how much it costs to make a movie? I'm going to get that shit done if I want it done. I don't want to hear that. Just like Dane Jackson, when I'm dreaming, don't interrupt me when I'm dreaming with some negative bullshit. That's a foe. That's a foe. So just be mindful of that, y'all. And I'm going to try to come back on here more, because I feel like I have a lot to offer, as far as things that help me survive and things that help me maintain, even like with my son. Like, I feel like he has a great insight too, as far as being a kid and coping, because that was my main thing. Another reason why I like to stay in the moment too, because I really don't like my son to like worry about any of the things that I go through. And you have your moments. Nobody's perfect. I've cried and got angry and shit like that. But I really try not to. I try to let my son know that the sky's the limit, and this shit ain't nothing. And like, we deserve the best. And like, we're gonna win the lottery. We can go to the moon. We can do whatever we feel like doing. My son wants to go to Japan. You will go. One of my girlfriends gave him money for China. China is a hot mess right now, but you can go. You can do anything you want to. The world is small. You can be anywhere in 24 hours. There's nothing impossible. Nothing, So the main foe that you got to work out is the foe in your mind. And thank you, friends. John Dooley. Oh my gosh. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. That's a lot of love. I appreciate you so much for that. I just got so caught up with my friends on Facebook that I didn't even look at none of the YouTube people. But I'm getting better at streaming. I'm streaming simultaneously to like 2 Facebook channels and YouTube, and I'm just learning it. So I'm getting better every time. I think this is like my 3rd one I've done. And I actually enjoy it. It's actually really fun. And I would love it if you guys have questions for me to, inbox me. Like I said, if you know me, call me or, text me or whatever, or email me or whatever. Cause I really do like to hear from y'all. And it makes my day if I can uplift somebody, because I do know what you're going through, and I feel like this strike has softened my heart a little bit to my colleagues, because at one time I was like, well, good, that's what they get, because you know what I mean? They didn't stand with us when we wasn't working. I was a hater because I was mad, had my little moments of being mad about the way I was treated by some of my colleagues. But as I started speaking to more and more people, and more people started reaching out to me with hardships and stuff, it just softened me a little bit, because I know how they feel and I know what they're going through, and it's not their fault. It's just like politics. That's why I always talk about politics, because it all boils down to that. It's politics. Why none of us are working. It's all political. And people need to have a better understanding of politics. I was a person that didn't really understand it neither. My son takes civics this year. I was like, you better pay attention and pay attention. Good. So you understand, how this setup is, you know what I'm saying? So like, our unions are political organizations. So we got to wake up, to the bullshit, and we have to like really support each other and really be in solidarity with each other. And I just want to let y'all know that it's not going to rain forever. And if you stay in the moment and have discernment, I guarantee you will come up with an idea. I have people telling me so many things that they've done over this time that they would have never thought to do, that sustained them during this time. And I would love to hear from people that were successful with that. So, I'm going to come off now because I've been on here for like an hour, and I'm considering going on our Rumble page tonight, but I don't really want to talk about all the politics because it's all based on, like, right now, everybody's talking about Israel and the Middle East and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I can't. It's just an energy drain. I did do a Rumble about it, and I did give my opinion about it. And you can go to Rumble, I am Shellie B, and see my opinion on that. But at the end of the day, as a Black person that was our ancestors were enslaved by both Europeans and Muslims, I still don't want to see any of them slaughtered. So that's where I stand, and in a nutshell. And I give my opinion a little bit deeper there. And the more I watch it, the more I feel the same. Like, there's evil political world leaders. Kill them. Get rid of those people, but the innocent civilians in the middle, that's the problem. And that makes me weary. Yeah, but check out my Rumble, YouTube, I am Shellie B. I have another Facebook page, I am Shellie B. Also, Shellie Vivian's my personal account. Reach out on any of those. I look at them more regularly now than I used to. I get a lot of flack because people say, "Oh, you don't respond," but I'm not looking at that. But now I am looking at it. I'm paying a little bit more attention to the comments and the friends. If you don't have a picture, I'm not accepting it. If you have a vaccine banner, I probably won't.